All right. Well, let's get started. I am going to, again, play through this song all the way so you can kind of hear what we're going to get going on. If you're worried about, I've seen some comments on electric versus acoustic. Pizza, burn. Yeah, maybe, let's order some. Pizza Shack. I could get behind that. I think playing between these two songs on acoustic and electric, what I'm going to teach today will be fine for both. So whatever I teach today, you'll be able to play on electric as well. It will just sound more rock and roll. All right, let's do it. I'm going to play through this song real quick, and then we can get started. Everyone all set? Let me cue this up. Make sure everyone can hear it. So... this is when we'll switch a little bit. And we'll switch to here. Little break. All right. So that's that song. So that's what we'll be learning generally. I think one part in the bridge we'll also be learning, I don't know if I played it, was underneath the solo. It's so we'll learn that as well. So nice sweep picking solo. Maybe not now, but maybe later. We'll do that later. I'll explain sweep picking to you. So let's get started. Everyone ready? We're going to play an E. So we'll be in E standard, so I can go over that real quickly again. We'll be here. E. What up, Blake? How are you? Going A. We'll hit D. G. Hey, Alex. B. And E again. So that should be in, if everyone's in tune, I'll let you all tune up for a sec. If we need an extra second, just let me know. close out of that. Everyone's all set to go. We can get started. I'll bring up the chords so you can take a look at them before everyone's all set. I'm going to sit up a little bit so you can see my guitar a little better. Let me expand this so I can actually see. This is sick. Thank you, Blake. All right, if everyone's all set, light it up. Let's see. Yo, yo. Hello. Hey, everyone. Hello, everyone joining in right now. We are going to get started. We unlock this and slide that down a bit. All right, so these are the 4 chords that make up the chorus of Desert Queen. We have A sus2, which I believe we've learned before. We're going to have our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, pinky finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. We're going to leave the A string open, just like that. And then we're going to leave the bottom 2 strings, the B and the E, open as well. So the A sus2 should sound like this. Then we're going to move on to E major, which will be your middle finger. Well, we'll leave the E string open, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then index finger on the 1st fret of the G string right here. And then you leave the bottom 2 strings open like this. So that's our E. So far we have A sus2, E. Then we're going to go C sharp minor 7, which will be your index finger on the 4th fret, ring finger on the 6th fret of the D string, and then pinky finger on the 6th fret of the G string. So, and then you leave the bottom 2 open again, so. And then we'll go down to a B major, which will be the way our voicing that we form it in this song is index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and then pinky finger on the G string at the 4th fret. And then you leave the bottom 2 strings open. So like this. So all 4 should be. That should take care of the chords for the chorus of the song. Does anyone have any questions about the chords for the chorus of the song? Also, I think I shrunk the tabs a little bit. I made them a little smaller in the screen. If they're too small, I can always enlarge them a tiny bit. I think they're probably fine. They should be. I can see them back here. So, anyone have any? B mage. Yep. B mage. Yep. They are the same chord shapes for Forever Yours. So if we learned that the first week, so those are the chords that make up this song. All right, let's move into the intro of the song. We'll go over the intro real quick. Oh, thank you for the gifting of the sub, Alex. So for the intro of the song, what we're going to do... Hey, Katie. Blushing. So what we're going to do is we are going to have our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. we're going to leave the bottom 2 strings open, and we're just going to pick them up and down like this. Or just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick the first 2 with the down pick like this. Watch this hand. So we're going to pick the 2nd fret in the open of the B with the downstroke like this. Then we're going to pick an upstroke with the open E and the open B like this. Just like that. We're going to slide up to the 6th fret. Oh. Just like that. And we're going to let it ring out on the open E. And it's the same picking pattern. So it'll be down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, like that. Then we'll slide down to the 4th fret, put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the B string, and play the same pattern like this. Just like that. So. And you'll end on the 4th fret of the B string and then start over again. So that pattern repeats itself. So I'll play it for you slowly again. Just like that. And that's the intro. Does anyone have any questions about that? Are we lost? Do we need me to go over anything specific about that? Ask away. And also, I know some people have been watching and not able to enter the chat, and you just have to sign up at Twitch. It's really easy to do. Only takes like a minute, and it enables you to chat with us if you have any questions. So if you would like to ask any questions, feel free to sign up and join the chat. Be so much better if that's what we're learning. We're learning to play guitar. All right, it doesn't seem like we have any questions on this part, so I'm going to move on to the chorus. Here is the chorus. Oop. Let me maximize this. There we go. So for the chorus, what we're going to do is the A sus2, E major, C minor 7, or C sharp minor 7, and B major. Those are the 4 chords of the chorus. What we're going to do is we're going to play the A sus2 5 times. And you can play it up and down strokes. You can play it all down strokes. It's really what's comfortable for you. I think I play all down strokes. So what we'll do is just like that, 5 strokes down on the A sus2. Just like that. We're going to switch to the E major for 4 times. That's 3. 4 times. Sorry, I was holding my pick. Pick number 3, my lord. So we'll switch to the E major and hit it 4 times with downstrokes. Then we'll switch to C sharp minor 7 for 4 more. And then A sus2 for 4 more. And then E major to end that phrase 3 times. So what we have is 9, 13, 17. So altogether, I believe that's 24 strums. So I think that will fill up the measures. So what we'll do is, altogether it should sound like this. Just like that, without the mess up. So that is the chord pattern up to right here, and to end the chord pattern, we go back up to the C sharp minor 7, play it twice, slide down to the B major, play it twice more, and then we will mute the strings with this hand, your left hand, chord pattern. Yeah, we'll mute the strings. And then we'll play 4 muted notes like this with down up strokes. Can't get corn dogs out of my head. So that little section should sound like this. I'll do it slowly. I would play the C sharp minor 7 and the B major, those two. I should play you should play those with 2 downstrokes, because what that'll allow you to do is go into the chickas, the muted notes, with a down up down up. So altogether, that little section should sound like this. And then altogether, am I muting between the C sharps? Yes. So you want to mute between those with your picking hand. You want to strum and just kind of stop the sound with the back edge of your palm on your right hand. I play left-handed. I'm trying to think of it backwards. So what you should do is you pick down. You just lay your palm against it to stop it, and then the next two, the B majors, you just play open. Just like that. So, don't let the C sharp minor 7 in that section ring out. So, just like that. So, altogether, the chorus will sound like this. Just like that. Left-handed item. So that's what the chorus should sound like. I'm going to play along to the song so you can kind of get a gauge of how that all flows. I'll play the intro into the chorus. Hey, Jenny. Chorus. So that's what that sounds all together. And the last part will be... You failed. Yeah, just practice it slower and slower and build speed. That's how you practice anything with guitar and usually anything with music. Just do it slowly and accurately and just keep going. So, holy chords. Does anyone have any questions about this section of the song? I will move on to verse 2. Uh-oh. Someone's at the door. Nothing matters. This is a simulation. Nothing's real. Is everyone comfortable with the chorus thus far? Just like that. Seems we want to go into verse 2. Thank you for speaking up. Just about practice. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Ah! I won't. I'm not going to do it. All right. So we're going to be in verse 2 here. This is the funky part. So what we're going to start off with is verse 2. Here we go. I have the picking pattern notated above. So the down arrow, the V, is a downstroke. The up arrow, the right above all the notes, is an upstroke. It's just really about slowing it down, Val, and just going back and just playing it slowly. If I'm moving too fast, the best thing to do would be to go back to the YouTube video. We'll post this later, this whole lesson, so you can go back, check on it, and slow it down for yourself. So to start this off, we're going to hit a downstroke. Your index finger is going to be on the 7th fret of the D. You're going to have your ring finger and pinky on the 9th fret of the G and B. So that's what that chord should sound like. And we're going to go down, up, down. Just like that. And you're going to mute the strings after the third strum. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play down, up, and we're going to mute all the strings. So, just like that. We're going to slide up to the 11th fret with your ring finger, index finger on the 9th fret, and then your pinky is going to be right underneath your ring finger on the 12th fret of the B. So, that's the next chord. We're going to hit that once with a downstroke. And then we're going to hit so you're going to downstroke 2 chickas after that. So, altogether, what we have is just like that. So, and then you're going to land, you're going to bar with your index finger on the 9th fret of the D, G, and B. 9th fret of the D, 9th fret of the G, and B. And you're going to play 2 downstrokes there. So, So what this should sound like is... Thank you, Kyle. Our soldier. Just like that. I'll do it slowly, so... And then what we're going to do from there is down, down, up with a muted string. So just like that. It'll be slow. It'll sound like this. And it'll be down, down, up. And then what we'll do is you're still going to keep your finger barred on the 9th fret, and what you're going to do is you're going to pull off with your middle finger. So you're going to play the chord with your you're going to play the chord with your barring your index finger on the 9th fret. And what you're going to do is you're going to start off with your middle finger on the 10th fret of the B string, so like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to play the chord, and you're going to pull your middle finger down, just like that, and it should make the 9th fret of the B string ring out. So just like that. Shredding. Do we know how to do pull-offs? Do I need to explain pull-offs to anyone? Would anyone like me to clarify on what I'm doing? Is everyone comfortable with the pull-off? In the meantime, I'll go over what that sounds like all together. So. Just like that. I'll go over the pull-offs for you. So what you're doing with the pull-off is you're literally, so you'll have, let's say you're pulling off this. Let's say you're doing this. What you're doing is you have your index finger sitting behind, fretting the 5th fret here, right? You have your ring finger playing the 7th fret. And what you do is you literally, I'll try to get an angle so you can see it. What you do is you pull down. When you keep your index finger planted on the 5th fret. And when you pull down, it pulls the string just like you're picking it. So without picking at all, you pick once, and you pull your middle finger off, down, so it makes the 9th fret ring out. And that is how Van Halen does his tapping. So it's all pull-offs. What I'm doing is I'm pushing and pulling down. That's what that is. So altogether, I'll play that section with the song so everyone can kind of get a gist of how that would sound. Let me locate it. So, chorus. Oh, that's too far. I went a little too far. Here we go. So, back to the intro riff, and here it comes. And that's what that sounds like with the song. Shred! Yeah! Does anyone have any questions on verse 2 before we go to the bridge rhythm and chorus lead? Yes, it just repeats, so. Seems like everyone's... Yeah, you just do it slowly. Practice slowly and you'll get it. It's really not too complex. It's just about figuring out the rhythm pattern that I posted with the down and ups should help guide you in making it simpler. So you're not just freaking out. So let's move on to the bridge rhythm. Here we are. So underneath the guitar solo, we have this. What we have is 2-4, which is an F sharp. These are power chords, just 2. 1-5, right? When people say 1-5, it's the root note of the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 5. We're going to play the F sharp, which is 2 with your index finger, and the 4th on the E string, and then the 4th fret of the A string with your ring finger. We're going to play that 6 times. Or, is it right? 6 times? Just like that. So, we're going to slide up. You're going to put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string and your index finger on the 4th fret of the E string. You can also use your pinky finger here if it's too big of a stretch. Hit that once, and then we're going to play an A power chord, which is just 5 and 7 on the E and the A 9 times. So what that should sound like is just like that. We're going to slide up to this E. This is an E, so same chord. We're on an E. So 7th fret of the A string, and then 9th fret of the D string 6 times. What we're going to do is we're going to put our middle finger down on the 9th fret of the A string, and then we're going to make the same chord shape we did before with the 6th fret of the A string and the 9th fret of the D string. And we're going to play that 6 times. And then go back to 7th fret of the A string for 3 times. So all together, that should sound like this. Just like that. So guitar is not staying in tune today. Just like that. And that repeats underneath the bridge. Is anyone lost with that? Are we okay on that? I can play it for you slow again. So. Yeah, I'll play it again for you full speed. So. Just like that. And I'll play along to the song as well, so you can get a gist of what's going on underneath the solo. Once my iPhone decides to load. So... just like that. We're going to learn the solo next. Let me figure that out. A little bit easier than you think it is. Is everyone okay with the bridge rhythm? Are we okay with that? Shred. It's hard to sweep pick on a acoustic guitar. I think we're okay. I think we're okay on bridge rhythm. Let's move on. Let's do... I'll show you the chorus lead real quick before we go into the solo. It's a little bit easier to understand. So what we got is 5/4 on the B string, and then on the G string. So you're gonna play this 12 times. Then you're going to bar your index finger on the 4th fret, so you're hitting the E string as well. And then you're going to play the 4 on the E string and 4 on the G string twice. And then 7 on the B string with your pinky, and the 4th fret of the G string again twice. So... And what we do is we have a delay pedal on, so it's that really quick rhythm underneath, so it's... And that's the chorus lead. And that goes over top the whole chorus. Sounds very cool with the delay pedal, but we're playing acoustically, so I figured I'd show you that just in case you would like to learn that part. And you have an electric guitar at home. I think that's pretty and also what you want to do is you want to start with an upstroke. So you want to start with an upstroke on the 5 and then downstroke on the 4. And what that does is when you're picking with an upstroke, you pick up and you're already, if you're picking up like you should already be hovering over the G string ready for a downstroke. So now if you were to start with a downstroke, you'd be down here by the E string, and you'd have to, with an upstroke, hit the G string. And you'd have to go over the B string once more. So you'd go, and it wouldn't be as clean. Because you'd have to cross over those two strings to reach the G string. You'd end up doing this. So what you do is you start with an upstroke, and then down. And that will help you be much cleaner when you're playing this. So... up, down, up, down. That's why you would start with an upstroke in some scenarios. So you're not bobbling over the other strings, basically. There's a lot of really complex guitar work that is much simpler because you start with an upstroke versus a downstroke. So let's go into the solo. Here we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide up to the 12th fret with your ring finger and your pinky finger on the B and the E string. So you're going to play this 6 times. It's actually the same as the bridge. It's the same rhythm pattern. So we have just like that. It's the same pattern. So what we're doing is we're sliding up to the 12th fret with our pinky and ring finger. Man, I'm out of tune. Sorry, my guitar is not staying in tune today. So we'll slide up to the 12th fret, play it 6 times. You're going to slide your middle finger underneath it on the 12th or the 11th fret of the E string. Play that once, just like that. And then we're going to play the 12th fret. We're going to put your pinky finger back on and play the 12th fret of the E string and 12th fret of the B string 9 more times, just like the bridge. So that's the first section. Then we're going to slide up to the 9th fret of the B string 6 times, just like we were doing. Hit the 12th fret with your pinky on the B string. Then slide down to the 7th fret. Play this 5 times. And then we're going to slide down to the 5th fret of the B string and play it 3 times. It's the same rhythmic pattern as the bridge. So that section altogether should sound like this. Just like that. Does anyone have any questions about that? I think it's pretty straightforward. It sounds really cool with an electric guitar and some delay and, you know, vibrato and stuff. Seems that we're all good on that. Just like that. Second part of the solo. Same beginning, so we're going to slide up to the 12th fret of the E string. I'm going to play that 5 times, so it'd be like that. So we do 12th fret 5 times, 11th fret 5 times, and then we'll go back to the 12 like this. Or I'm trying to think of how to do it. So just like that. It's hard to slow it down. So just like that. Then we're going to put your middle finger back on the 12th fret, back to the 11th fret of the E, slide down to 9, slide down to 7, play it twice. Then what we're going to do is so that section should be, so I can figure out the BPM for you in a minute. Let me go 1 second. So that should all together, that section should sound like this. Then we get to the 5th fret of the E, and what we do is we slide on to the 4th fret like this. And then, so you pick it once, you pick the 5th fret once, slide down to 4. So, and then you put your middle finger on the 5th fret of the B. Does anyone have any questions about that? Anyone have any questions about that part of the section or the solo? Yes, I can. So the first part is 6. The second parenthesis is 9. Then 5 and 5. I kind of interchange. The first part is all down picking, so. I guess it is all down picking. It is all down picking, so. It is all down picking. You're right. I didn't even think about that. And then from there, what we do is we go into part 3. So this is the end of it. This is actually less of the solo and more of the rhythm, like joining the rhythm guitar underneath the solo. So that's kind of the end of the solo. And what we have here is, what you do is you put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string, pinky finger on the 5th fret of the B string, and index finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, like this. That's what that should sound like. And what you're going to do is you're going to pick down, pick up on, so it's down, up, down. It's all down, up, down. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's 4th fret of the G, 5th fret of the B, 4th fret of the G again, and then 2nd fret of the E. And then you just repeat that pattern like this. That's the pattern of it. So it's up to the 2nd 4 5 of that tab. So we'll go up to there. So, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put our middle finger on the 4th fret of the E string. So altogether that should sound like this. Just like that. You can do it slowly again, and you can watch my hand. So. Just like that. And then we'll go into part 4, which is the same picking pattern, but we'll do this. So we go back to the 2nd fret to start it off. So. And then what you do is you slide your pinky down to the 4th fret, like to be in the intro of the song, and then you take your index finger off. So this little section should sound like this. I'll do that for you slowly. Yeah, I should play music. So so altogether that section should sound like this. Just like that. You want to let that ring out. Is everyone okay on that? Do I need to go over anything specific with this section? So. And I'll play along to the song so you can kind of hear it underneath. I'll play the solo section so you can kind of get a gauge on that. Kinda. So I look similar. So I'll play the solo in this section. Then we have And you want to mute the strings at the end of that, so you leave room for the piano and the post bridge build. Is everyone okay on that? Because that will wrap up this song. Seems like we're all good. Fantastic. All right. I'm going to play through this song one more time all together, and then we're going to invite Rob Rich to come on to talk to all of y'all. So let me go ahead and cue this up. And I'll play through it all again so you can kind of hear it all together. I'll interchange parts so you can hear parts at different points. So... chorus. Then we go back into the lead. So chorus lead. Solo. Join in with the rhythm. Ah! Mute right there, so you let this part ring out. Pianos. Just like that. That is the song. And so we're gonna do an interview with Rob right now. We're gonna do a little Q&A and hang out with Rob. Afterwards, I'm going to teach you the lick of the week, and it's gonna be like a scale, and then also a lick with the scale that you can incorporate into your own playing. So we will do that once we are finished up with Rob. Verse 2 is very funky. So let me hide these. Rob Rich Fan Club. Let me call him up real quick. Put this down and get all situated before we call him. So one sec. Put these on. Change the desktop audio. So let me call him. Make sure everyone can hear him. Bobby. Give me 1 sec. I just got to make sure everyone can hear you on the stream. Let me full screen this. I think they can very clearly. So hold on. They can't hear you yet. Let me just fix that. And then they can see you now, though. There he is. Uh-oh, my camera's not connecting. Hold on. All right, 1 sec. Let me fix that. This will be easy. 1 sec, everybody. This is a complicated process. The man, the myth, Rob Rich. The transitions are ridiculous. So yeah, you're not wrong. Let me just change this. Okay, now it's okay. We're good. Let me try to call him again. Let me do this. Video. All right, well, we'll call him up now. I'm going to full screen him. Talk, Rob?
Hey, can you hear me?
All right, I think everyone can hear you now.
Talk, Rob? Hey.
All right, I think everyone can hear you now. All right, and then what we got to do is transition once more.
I muted your Twitch stream.
Yeah. Just because then it will start looping. Let me add my camera to this source so everyone can see me. 1 sec. Whoa, he was learning.
The lesson was great, man.
I'm glad you were learning. That's awesome. Sounds great, Rob. Let me make sure. Not good.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, it's just on my end. The video is not coming up. Hold on 1 sec.
I'm gonna make my video small so I can see.
Oh, you're good. We're gonna screen way back to me. I'm going to 1 sec. I'm gonna fix this, and then we are going to copy. Gonna screen right back to Rob. This is kind of funny. And then I will paste. There I am. Now let me just shrink me. Whoa. All right. Whoa. Too small. Okay, there we are. Hey, Rob.
As long as everyone can see how pale my skin is and how yellow my teeth are.
Perfect. I think they can. I think everyone can hear you. I think everyone can hear me. I think we are good to go.
Sweet. I can see the chat. I can see myself.
Perfect.
I can see you.
Then we're golden. All right. Perfect.
You want to do a pop quiz?
Pop quiz? Yeah, I can do a pop quiz. What do you got for me?
Dude, I was riffing. I was learning. You know that's my favorite song from Nella Vita.
Desert Queen's your number one?
Yeah, you guys wrote that when we were on Warped Tour, and I thought that was gonna be like the hit. I thought that was the smash hit, and then by the time the album came out, you guys were like, "No, we wrote way cooler songs than that."
That was like the first one. We were like, yeah. You're like, wow, I'm all behind this.
Yeah, it was sweet. But I'm a romantic, so I'm still with that.
Awesome. Bobby, is there a way you could turn your volume up or your output on your microphone?
Yo, should I get closer? I don't. Maybe there is.
Are you looking at Skype? If you go to preferences, there should be like a audio and video settings, and you could turn the output slider up.
Okay, cool. That's right. When we tried this earlier, I did that. And audio, video.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it says my mic is just like automatically adjust microphone settings. Am I like really quiet?
Not on my end. I can hear you pretty well, but people are saying it's a little quiet. Can everyone hear Rob? Are we good? In the chat?
You put Rob a little louder. I don't know if you guys want me to be.
The man must be heard. It seems like people are hearing you well. Okay, we're good. Everyone can hear him.
Sweet. Right.
Perfect. Okay. So you released a new song and video?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I was glad that you did Desert Queen tonight. I felt like that was appropriate because I remember you guys writing that on Warped Tour, and I wrote most of Joy Notes when we were on Warped Tour. And
yeah, we were talking earlier, and he said that like when we were in like a traffic incident, like Christian was like trying to turn into like a McDonald's parking lot or something. We were hitting all these massive bumps, and like Rob's there writing music, and we're all like, whoa.
Yeah, that's where the in the first verse there's like a line. It's like, I'm homesick in LA and you're far away. I remember being in like a gas station or a McDonald's, and he was trying to pull that big ass truck into into like a tiny parking lot in Los Angeles. And it was good. I remember we were sitting by like I think it was like me and Kyle or me and Herbie or something, and we were sitting by like the fire with like Joe and Jake one night, and I was like, yo, I wrote this really cool chorus, and I just like hummed it with no music. I was just like, yeah, you gotta,
Oh, with the guys from 4 Year?
Yeah.
Oh, you were just like humming it to them? They're like, yeah, Rob, cool. Very cool.
Like trying to hang out or whatever, but all right, cool, man, cool, yeah. Keep working on it, dude.
Dude, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
What have you been up to in this quarantine? You've been working? Have you been at home a lot?
So
writing?
Zero work. I've been off work for like a month, and just been writing a lot of music. Some stuff for rich people, some stuff just for whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Flexing,
Very cool. Are you writing at home? Are you doing like studio stuff?
Yeah. I got like Logic and stuff. I just a lot of it's like electronic instrument stuff. I'll just like put in like a drum loop and then put synths over it and do vocals and stuff. So yeah.
Very sick. Very sick. Yeah. So anyone in the chat, do we have any questions for Rob? He's here to answer your questions. Cool guy, very cool. It's true. Rob is a very cool guy.
Very cool.
Very cool guy. Let's see. Stream Joy Nights for clear skin. Fair.
For clear. Was that a joke? Because I brought my two friends. I got.
Bobby, is J-Man your favorite?
Is J-Man my favorite? Yes.
Jordan is for sure.
Wait, no. Wait, that's a trick question. Herbie might be my favorite.
Okay.
J-Man will be a close second.
Close second. That's not bad. I feel like top two. Doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. It would be like Herbie, J-Man, Nick Vino, Dallas, you. Who's the other guy that's in the band?
I mean, we get. Who? There's another guy?
Is it Colin? Is it Colin?
Oh, yeah, you're right. We have a couple questions here. We'll just go through them all. Favorite Grayscale song, Rob? I think Desert Queen is what we just answered, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the most exciting part about putting out new music for you?
The tweets. I like Twitter. When when we release new music, I like talking to everybody and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool like seeing everyone's reactions because like you put so much time and effort into it, and then you put it out there and it's like here we go. Like it's out there, and then seeing everyone's like positive reactions, even negative reactions, like just seeing people like they've listened to it, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's hype. I like the negative reactions like a lot.
Yeah. Oh, you like
I feel
them?
like we don't get them enough, and not because we're like
I
I'm not
could
saying
take care of that for you.
I do. We need it. I was excited. We got really excited. We got some like thumbs down on YouTube and some shit talking in the comments, and we were like, yeah, sweet.
I saw one. It was about like auto tune.
Yeah,
I read that one. People were like, I can't believe you used auto tune in this song. Like auto tune has been used in every single song since Cher in like 1994.
You've never heard me not auto-tuned on an album.
Ever.
You quote that.
Ever. And nor like really anyone in the last 30 years.
You don't want to hear this voice, raw dog.
We got here. Rob, what have you been listening to in quarantine?
Oh man, Deftones, Drake.
That's cool.
Coldplay, Stove. Lots of stuff.
Very cool. What we got here? No, not a question, but No Age is still my favorite jam right now.
Damn, that's what's up. I see Colin deserves the bottom solely because he said Desert Queen was his least favorite song on video.
Who is that guy?
Gotta get that guy out of here. Right?
Favorite quarantine snack?
Ooh, wow, Swiss rolls from Aldi.
Wow.
I keep getting Swiss rolls and I just keep eating them.
Dude, I've been eating like pretty much everything that I can eat on those Hawaiian rolls. You know, those like Hawaiian slider rolls. Like I'm just putting anything I possibly can. Yeah. It's like a pack of 60. I'm like, oh, perfect. That's just enough. That'll be enough for like today. Just eat them by themselves. They're so good.
Yeah, my eating habits have been trash, bro.
Yeah, I went for a run today and like my legs are dead. They're absolutely dead. It's brutal.
Damn. Yeah, I went for a couple runs. I had to drag myself out. I was like, you gotta do it.
Yeah, it's so easy to just feel so sluggish. You wake up at like 12. You're like, I don't really want to run. I'll just play video games.
I think I texted you at like 1:50. I was like, oh, bro, I just woke up. You're like, it's cool, man. I just woke up 20 minutes ago. Cool.
On the same schedule. Rob, what are your tats?
What are my tats?
And how many do you have?
Wow.
That's
I think I have 3 tattoos. Or it's like, so I have this sleeve that's like not finished,
mm-hmm.
and I think it's like Earth or some shit. And then I have heart tattooed on my knuckles, which is kind of cool because that's like my favorite hardcore band. And then I got Harmony. Spoiler alert, that's the name of the album that Joy Notes is on.
Little teaser.
When I was 17, I got this tattoo here, and there used to be brand new lyrics right here. And then after the allegations, I
covered them up.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then I have this one tattoo, which is Herb's favorite tattoo. It's like a Dead to Fall album cover I got a long time ago.
Very sick.
Yeah. So like tattoos.
Favorite song you've written that you've put out so far?
That's put out, man.
Because you have some ones on the way, so you're probably pretty stoked on them right now.
Yeah,
you always get like more stoked on the new ones. Like the other ones are out the door. Like new ones for sure.
The old songs like Gray Session's already dead to me. It's been dead for a year. But favorite song we've put out so far might be I don't know, Obscure.
Obscure.
Maybe something like that. Yeah. It's fun to play live, you know.
Yeah, I feel like playing it live always has like an influence on that answer. Like, it might not be your favorite song to listen to, but live you just it grooves and stuff. Especially playing guitar.
Yeah, because people have like a relationship to a song for a long time. And it's like more hype each time.
Yeah.
That's an older one, so fun.
What do we got here? What do you think your most underrated song is that you've put out so far? One that needs more hype.
I'll say the most overrated song is Backstep. I don't know what the most underrated song is because I think they're pretty fairly rated.
Okay.
I'll say Backstep. I remember when we wrote that song, it was the last thing we wrote before we went and recorded, and we were like, oh, okay, this is a simple song. We'll just cool. We just breezed through it and didn't care about it, and then it was popular, and we were like, what the fuck?
How did this happen?
Can I get this on here? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're
Okay.
good. Don't worry.
There.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. There's always like, it's always the ones that it's the same way in like all art forms. Like I was in graphic design school, did that. Like everything that you would be like, oh, that was easy, not a big deal, not like my favorite thing in the world I've ever done. And then you put all this time and effort into one thing, and it's like your prized session, and everyone's like, wow, this other thing, pretty sick. And you're like, that's the one I didn't want you to like. So it's always the way.
We were talking about that specifically on Warped Tour because I remember you let me borrow your laptop a bunch because you had like the faster one.
Yeah.
And I was making a bunch of like merch designs and stuff. And I always get mad because I'll make a design for 10 hours, right? And it's like cool and it's really detailed. And then the one that we use is the one I made in 5 minutes, and it's literally just like our band name, and some stupid line work on the back or something, you know?
It's literally always how it goes. Always.
Crazy.
So you design most of the merch of the band?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Which basically means I pick fonts that I like. Like, oh, cool. I like that font this week.
Very sick. I knew that answer, but I said that in a question like a news host, so people would know that. What have we got here? Will Harmony be pressed on vinyl?
Whoa. Will Harmony be pressed on vinyl? I assume so. Yeah, definitely. I like looking at vinyl. You know?
I think vinyl's really cool.
When I design something, I'm like, I can't wait to see it on like a full printed format. So I'd love to do vinyl.
Yeah, it's really cool holding like the fully printed, full-sized, like full, like I don't know, full creation of it.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, I get it. I do that stuff. Let me see here. What is favorite tour memory?
Wow,
favorite like a top 2.
Wow, top 2. I feel like it's never like the crazy moments that are like my faves. It's just like the overall and like, you know, the friendship. Not to be corny, but I don't know. I got like I'll say favorite. Man, I don't know. We played Rich People played a show in Florida one time, and it was just a great night. There's not like a momentous thing.
That's fair. I feel like the best nights on tour are like, it's not even like a specific moment. It's just like, wow. Like we had a night where we were in Seattle, and it was just like we woke up early. I think Colin and Nick went to their like favorite baseball stadium and checked out all the vintage gear. Like I went and got coffee somewhere, and like the entire day. I think it's like the best tour moment is like an entire day that is just really nice. Like nothing's going really wrong. Everything's smooth. You're eating kind of healthy. You don't feel like crap.
You know what was a great moment too? I'll say one when I was with you guys on Warped Tour. The last day ever of Warped Tour was in Florida somewhere, and I was celebrating, I think like 6 years clean or 7, I forget. But we were down in Florida. It was the last day of Warped Tour. It was my clean anniversary. Friends came down from like Jersey and Philly. Some people flew down, and I had people come out and bring me a cake, and
yeah,
it was like the last day of Warped Tour. It was like we were up really late, and
everyone's eating cake. I think I have a picture of that, like all like the squad together. Yeah, that's a good picture.
Man.
Oh yeah.
We edited Jay into the photo. Remember?
Did we actually edit him in?
I think Courtney took the picture. So I don't remember exactly, but
it's really funny.
Something like that.
West Palm Beach. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Played.
Let's see here. Yeah, Jordan was shooting the headliners.
Yeah, busy boy. He was so busy.
I mean, Jordan's always busy.
Very busy
He's
guy.
a busy guy, and that's just he. I don't know. I mean, that's just part of the job for Jay, right?
Yeah, dude, he's like I've texted him before. I'll be talking to him and he'll tell me what he's doing this week, or
I'll never
not
read
this
things.
specific week, and I'll be like, Jesus Christ! Like I think I'm busy, and I talk to him. I think I sent him $2 to go get a coffee one time. It's like Jesus, man, this guy something. Like I don't even know what to say.
He's always working. Who said disrespect? I'm just saying Jordan's always working all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's like admirable. Like I don't know. I've been trying to keep up. Like me and him are kind of helping out with this Twitch thing, and I feel like my eyes are like falling out of my skull from staring at these screens. And I'm complaining about that, but I know Jay has been staring at them like 6 times as long and for the last 10 years or whatever. So like he's like born into it. It's insane. I do not know how he does it.
He's got one of those screen things too. Or
I
you know
hope.
that like, yellows that are.
Yeah, but when you're working in Photoshop and stuff, you can't really use that because you need the colors.
But you need the color. Yeah.
But if you're doing like video editing, I guess you can leave that on there just to piece it together.
Jay's gonna be blind by the time he's 35.
Sad thing. We love Jordan's work. We do. Jay's the best, and we have tremendous respect for Jay. We love Jordan.
Marissa Gatt is in the chat.
She's in the chat.
What?
A talented, skilled guy. Do we have any more questions for Rob? Do we have more questions for Bob? Anything about the new music video, or did you film that in Philly, just walking around dancing?
Yeah. That was like quarantine started. We actually shot 2 videos right when quarantine started. The other one, I don't know when we'll put that out, but yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was the only thing we could do. I was like, I'll go dance around. Can you film it? And
Did you have like the plan to dance around? Like that was you're like, I'm just gonna dance.
Kinda, yeah. I was just like, I don't know if this will look cool. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'll go do it. And
It rocks.
this song.
It totally rocks.
Good.
I watched it last night when it was released. It's really cool.
Yeah, Rich People's always so serious, and I'm a pretty serious guy, but I'm also, you know me, I'm ridiculously silly, and I was like,
you're serious when you need to be, and silly when you need to be.
Yeah, let's be silly now, because it's
Yeah,
tough.
it's a great video.
Good. Thanks, man. Thank you.
It's really cool. I dig it, and I like the promo pictures of the 3 colors. I guess it's like the red, yellow, the primary colors or whatever.
Yeah, I was messing around in Illustrator
Yeah.
like a week ago, and I was just like, this looks kind of cool. I'll like post these, for the next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are super cool. I really like those.
J-Man is the best man.
J-Man is the best man. So, tell me about this Minecraft festival.
Oh, whoa. Yes. Whoa, dude.
Let me know what's going on with that. I am curious.
Playing a Minecraft festival tomorrow. I mean, technically we're not playing it. But yeah, this dude we know threw together this crazy ass Minecraft festival, and he's just like a dude that like he used to play in this band we used to play with, and he has a new band called Courier Club, and
Okay.
they're like genius. He's a genius. He was just like, I'm gonna put together this festival, and I guess they pitched it to a bunch of much bigger artists, like Nothing Nowhere's on it, Honey, Fever 333, and I guess it just worked, So
So like I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Is it like, because I didn't really look into it yet. Are you playing like in the game?
I get there. It's like, so this is way above my pay grade. I don't know Minecraft.
I'm so curious. Like is everyone in your band gonna have a controller and you're gonna control yourself on stage, and you can like move around and jump around like you do, and like all these people will be out here in the Minecraft server, and I'm so curious.
So like if we were savvy to Minecraft, like bands that do know how to use Minecraft are controlling their little like avatar people or whatever. Us or we were allowed to tell them, hey, we don't know what the fuck we're doing, so you can control it. And
yeah.
So in our situation, I think they'll control it for us, hopefully.
Okay. I never really played Minecraft either, so I don't know if I'd be able to handle that.
Yeah, I don't even know how to log in, brother.
It seems crazy though. I gotta see if I can download this game and watch it, because I know Fortnite has been doing like live concerts in the game. Like they just had they did Marshmello, and they just had who was it? Maybe someone in the shadows. I don't remember. Really popular rapper or like hip hop guy, but like in the game, everyone signs into these servers and they're running around, and all of a sudden like the sky explodes, and Marshmello's DJing live. Travis Scott, yeah, thank you.
Whoa,
And he's
Travis
like,
Scott?
yeah, he's in the game like, and he's walking around rapping with his like shirt off, and he's like this massive giant, and everyone in the game is just running around like playing the game, but you can watch the concert, and it's like live DJ'd through the set. So like in your headset, you're listening to like the live DJ set of him like rap. It's crazy. It's really cool.
See, that's sick. That's very sick.
Yeah, dude, the Marshmello one like broke all these records for like the biggest concert of all time, because I mean, I guess technically it wasn't like it was live, but it was like the biggest online concert ever. It was like millions of kids logged in and watched it.
Oh, that's unreal.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
it was really cool. And like they offered this skin you could download or buy, to like dress your character up as Marshmello. So all these kids are running around with Marshmello hats on, and they're all listening to him live playing through the game. And I think I was at work and I missed it. I was so bummed, but it looked awesome. It was crazy.
Yeah, it sounds sick. I'm sure they like recorded it and put it on YouTube somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But really cool idea. So I guess the Minecraft thing is something similar to that. Minecraft set. It's crazy.
Wow, Joy Notes just went live on Napster.
Download that shit for free.
Napster, wow.
Remember Napster? Remember downloading stuff on LimeWire and just corrupting your computers?
Yeah, back when I had PCs and had LimeWire.
Yeah. I would download like Sum 41's record, and my PC would start smoking. I was like, oh my god, I just wanted to listen to music.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
So let's see. Do we have any like last minute questions for Rob before we get back into some guitar lesson?
Any hecklers out there before we go back to guitar?
Any hecklers?
The lick of the week? Who's ready?
Lick of the week coming at you soon. When is the new album coming? With a smiley face. I don't know if you can release that information.
Yeah, no, I mean we're gonna be releasing songs for. Who knows? I have no idea. We're gonna release more songs like ASAP. Like we're just gonna start releasing songs. Yeah, we were waiting to get masters back for a while. Now we have them, so we can just release them at our own pace. So.
Is there like anything you would like to say or promote before we get back to guitar stuff?
Yes, I would like to say I love you. I love
you too.
Scale Gang. I appreciate you having me on here to hang out for a minute.
Of course. It's good to see you. We this quarantine obviously haven't really been able to catch up at all.
Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, it's good. We got the digital world. And
yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, I'm hyped to. I'm gonna pick my guitar back up and learn the lick of the week. So.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, thank you for joining us.
For sure.
Everyone, go check out his new video and new song. Jordan will get you a link to it in the chat so you guys can all find that quickly. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rob.
Hell yeah. Good to see you, brother. Peace, man.
See you soon. Let's go back. Everyone can still hear you, so hold on. There we go. Okay, cool. Close that up. Pause this. There we go. And we're back. J-Man with the plug. Yeah, there we go. So that link will take you to his new music video and new song that's been kind of playing in the background of this chat. It is awesome. He's got some nice dance moves. All right. Go nuts. All right, cool. So let me for the lick of the week, I'm gonna kind of give you a little explanation here. Let me grab my guitar. We'll switch it up. I'll put this here for now, and I'll explain to you all what we're gonna go over. Woo! Can everyone can hear me? We're all good. Just want to make sure. Had a little bit of an issue switching between the cameras, but I think we're good. Everyone's good. All right, so what I'm going to go over this week is the E scale with you all, and then I'm going to give you a lick to use while playing, like a lick that you can kind of explore with this E scale. So let me show you real quick. So as I was explaining before, you had the C scale, which was here. So what you do is that's the C scale we learned before. But what you can do is you can play that same scale by just moving up a fret, and then you have, or what is that? C sharp or D flat, and you can keep doing that same form with your fingers here. So you can slide that scale around and form the next scale. So the E scale that we're learning starts on the 12th fret. So but the way I'm going to show you is this way. That kind of forms that blues box we went over last week. So what we have is on the 12th fret of the E with your pinky, 9th fret of the A with your index, 12th or 11th fret of the A with your ring finger, pinky on the 12th fret of the A, 9th fret of the D with your index, 11th fret of the D with your ring, 13th fret of the D with your pinky, and then end on the 9th fret of the G string. So what you have is you keep going up, so 11th fret of the G, then 9th fret of the B, 10th fret of the B, 12th fret of the B, 9th fret of the E, 11th fret of the E, and 12th fret of the E. And that should bring you to the end of the E scale. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Same thing. So here we go. That is the E major scale. And so you can play that the way I showed you last week here, or you can play it down here, like I just showed you a minute ago. And what you can do with that is, because that forms the A blues scale I showed you last week, this can also slide up to the E. So we start here. And that will form the E scale in the blues formation with your fingers. So you have all of those are within the E scale. So you can start creating a solo here for this song. The box starts on the 9th fret. So and that's kind of a way to go about playing solos and leads over top of this song. So if you were to play along, you'd have, let's say you wanted to create your own guitar solo. Let's see. I can play it for you real quick. Grayscale. Let me find us. Desert Queen. So if you want to play your own guitar solo, you just play these notes of this scale over top of it in the way that you would like to. So you can do that kind of thing over top of this song with this scale. And so that's kind of how you start building guitar solos, basically. And because, like I showed you before, the scale moves around, you can slide up, or you can slide up, and keep playing. You can move all the way around the neck if you would like. And here's a riff that I actually used when I play the solo live lately. I don't know. We've been kind of a little bit looser on stage, and I'm just kind of going for it. This is something that I add to the solo live, and it's something you can try to add to your own playing. This is one of the riffs. So what I do is I pull off on the 10th fret of the B string with my middle finger. Just like we learned earlier, we pull off to the 9th fret. Then we pick the 11th fret and the 9th fret of the G, 11th fret of the 9th and the 9th fret of the D. And then what we do is we pick the 11th fret with our ring finger, slide up to 13, or oh, I'm sorry, I guess I didn't write that correctly. So what you want to do is just, here, listen to me. You want to slide up to the 13th fret and back down to the 11th fret. So, just like that. And end on the 9th fret of the G. So you slide up to 13, back to 11 with your ring finger, and then on the 9th fret. So slowly, it should sound like this. And that's something that I kind of added to the live performance, just for fun. Just kind of messing around. Let's see. Maybe some... I'll kind of play along with it so you can kind of hear how that sounds with an electric. Wow, that's loud. Holy crap. Woo! Apologize. That was super loud. So what I just played there is all within that scale. Hey Sterling, how are you? So with that riff, I'll play that riff alongside the solo so you can kind of get a gauge for what I was talking about earlier. I added that solo I added this riff here into the solo live. So what you have is like so that's kind of what you can play around with with this lick. So can kind of do that kind of stuff with that scale and this riff. So you can incorporate this riff into your playing however you'd like to. If you're just kind of messing around at home and you're just making up, who knows, just, let's say, and that's a lick that you can add to your own playing. I like it. I think it sounds cool. That's just my personal preference, I guess. And that is the lick of the week. And that is how you can add it into your playing. You can do that with this entire scale. So let's say, what is this? Let's say that's like E. I don't know. I was showing you this the other week, but let's say C sharp. Eagles drafted a QB. Let's go. So what I was saying last week is you can Google blues backing tracks on YouTube and start incorporating this scale into your playing and just kind of improvise. Improvising and figuring out your own way of playing is probably the best way to play. So you Google blues backing track, right? You have this. You have this guy just playing rhythm for you, basically. Then that's how you can kind of start incorporating this scale into your own playing and making up your own thing. So I think that kind of wraps it up for guitar learning. We can do like 5-10 minutes of Q&A to wrap it up. If you have any questions, if you just want to talk and chat, if you have any things you need help with, we can talk music. I also love the blues. That's kind of like the primary style of guitar that I learned growing up, which is why I can play bass. I mean, obviously, it's kind of the same thing. I grew up playing saxophone until like 10th grade. I actually have it downstairs. I broke it out a few weeks ago and was trying to like relearn it. Actually, on the run today, I was like, I should get back to learning that instrument. So I might, who knows, might delve into saxophone again. Which Grayscale song is most overrated? The one you guys, one of the easier ones that we had to write, that we wrote, that everyone loves. That, I mean, not that we don't dislike the song by any means. We love the song. I think it's super fun to play live. It's one of our favorite songs. But one of the easier ones we did probably was Atlantic. I think that was one of the ones that came together super easy, sounded great. I'm like, wow, that was simple. And then it was just like everyone loved it. Everyone gravitated towards that. Yeah. I love that song, and we all love that song. But who would you want to play me in a movie? Oh, that's a cool question. Me in a movie. Does it have to be someone that like that kind of looks like me, or just like one of my favorite actors? Hair, probably on like 2 years. Woo. Left on red, 748. I don't know. I didn't see it. Chris Hemingworth. Yeah, he's cool. I think Ryan Reynolds is a handsome guy. That'd be cool. I don't know. I've always loved Tom Hanks as an actor. Matthew McConaughey would be cool. That'd be cool to have him play me. That would be honored. I'd be honored to have him play me. How long? 2 years, I think. About I'm on the hair without a haircut. Did you find that sax helped me learning guitar? If anything, the saxophone I would say kind of like developed my ear a little bit, so I taught myself guitar, so I think just having a general grasp of like what things sound like and what they should sound like, I think that kind of helped. But I don't think actually playing the saxophone improved my guitar playing by any means. Desert Queen in the Desert at 8-1. That would be awesome to do. I don't know. I don't think they've scheduled that yet. It's so far in advance. From the set list, it's a good question. I mean, I think we've kind of played through Atlantic or Palette a million times. It's definitely one of our more popular songs, so we do play it live. I think all of us would at some point like to transition to something else from that record, but we'll see. Least favorite Grayscale song. You guys are asking for a lot of opinions on our own music. Least favorite? Anything from Leaving? Favorite lyric of all time? All time? Whoa. There's a lyric in Stop This Train by John Mayer that I really like. It's about like parents. Continuum is my all-time favorite. The verse 2 of Stop This Train is probably my favorite lyric. Replaced with August Love. I think Colin would love that. Colin loves that song. Do I listen to my own music? I do. Most of the time it's for practicing and just like the more I have it in my head, the more comfortable I am playing it live because I know what's coming next without even thinking about it. When we first released the music, I definitely listened to it. I like to listen to it and Jason Momoa. That would be cool. That'd be an honor to have him play me because that dude is huge and ripped. Aquaman, jeez. But yeah, I think right after we release the music, I like to listen to it. It's cool. It's like, I don't know. You finished it. It's out there. People can check it out. It's like, oh yeah, I'd love to listen to it. I definitely have like slowed down listening to it though. Jason Momoa. Let's see here. What are the other questions? Do you know what Florida Man headline was on your birthday? Do you know what Florida Man headline was on? I don't really know what you mean. I mean, yeah, we're I would. I like I mean, I love writing songs. I'm not sure if I'm the best at it, but I mean, for how we write is like I've been writing instrumentals this entire quarantine trying to come up with song ideas. We basically are just compiling this massive like demos and song ideas so that we can like single them out and work through them. But yeah, always writing stuff, trying to come up with new ideas and fun stuff, fun little guitar riffs. Bands when I was young. Playing guitar, I guess. Like I was very focused when I was younger on guitar music and guitar riffs and probably even less than like actual like songwriting and stuff. Like I was if it had cool guitar in it, I was all in. So like I loved listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I loved listening to John Mayer. I loved listening to like Eric Johnson. Steve Vai is one of my favorite guitarists. He's crazy. He's awesome. I think his control of the guitar is bar none. He makes any sound that he wants to come out of that guitar. He can do it. Yeah, I mean, I think I had kind of like a unique selection of artists that I listened to because they were more just guitarists that I loved and like admired. Like I loved listening to Paul Gilbert and stuff. I think bands. I loved Yellow Card when I was younger. I loved Sum 41. I listened to Taking Back Sunday a lot. What else did I listen to? My Chem came out. Coheed and Cambria was one I listened to a lot. I started getting into like metal stuff later in high school. I loved August Burns Red. I loved The Ghost Inside. So stoked they're back. Their new song is insane. The video is so cool. Very stoked to see them power through like the tragedy that happened to them. I probably hear the main melody first because I think with music that's kind of what they're driving you to your ear to naturally pick up. I think like that's the goal of the song is to like drive it home, and all of a sudden you don't even notice it, but it's stuck in your head. And then I probably latched on to guitar. Like I could hum guitar lines to you endlessly. Favorite Taking Back Sunday song? What is it called? I haven't listened to it in a while. I'm thinking of the wrong song name, and I know exactly what song I want to. Sorry, blanking on the name. Is it this one? No. 2020 Surgery? No. Error Operator. The chorus to Error Operator is crazy. You kidding me? Song is bananas. That chorus is crazy. It's me fired up. I'm the worst ever with song names. Ever. I get our song names wrong sometimes. Such a good song. Oh yeah, it gets me absolutely fired up. Band rocks. Drew me into guitar instrumental. I think just being fascinated with like improving. I wanted to, like growing up, and I mean even now, like I wanted to be the best guitarist that could be. I guess even more than like writing songs, I wanted to be like an awesome guitarist. So that kind of drew me in. Like I was staring at Paul Gilbert videos, watching him do this thing, like or what is it? I just sat in my room and did this, like for hours. So that's what I wanted to do. I was sitting there learning sweep picking, doing all that stuff, and I think as like a 12-year-old or 11-year-old, whenever I got guitar, I was like, man, I really want to learn how to be good at this. And it just kind of like became like a weird obsession, like not weird, an obsession that I just love playing guitar. I don't know. I think I have a little bit of ADD with it, and if you hand me a guitar, I will play it. Like, jump into Guitar Center, and I'm like, straight to the amps that I want to play. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. I don't know how to describe it. I just love playing. I really do. What age? I mean, I've always known I wanted to be a musician. I think the opportunity started to come with like What We're Missing and obviously Adornment. I think the opportunity to make that as a career came there. But I've always wanted to be a musician. I self-taught everything. That is very cool. I've only seen them play twice. I would love to see them again. Ooh, that's ugly. But yeah, like I just studying guitarist. That's all I want. I wanted to be that guy. I wanted to do the shredding thing. I think I got decent at it, but I definitely kind of delved into more music writing and making. I forget who said it, but it's more like complimenting the song, and I think it was the guitarist from Maroon 5 maybe, and just making music, like playing guitar that listeners would want to listen to rather than shredding. Plan for the rest of the night. Probably go hang out with Katie, depending on how much work she has. I know she's kind of swamped right now. Favorite show I went to in 2019. I saw the 1975 for the first time. I'd said it before. I knew all their music. I wasn't like a massive fan. Like I enjoyed their music. I really liked everything they did, but never really like dove in. And yeah, Katie got us tickets to it, and I went and saw them, and that kind of like blew me away. I was like, man, this band is insanely talented, and now I'm obsessed with that band. That was like 4 months ago. The 1975 show. I haven't seen Bruno Mars yet. Every time he comes around, we're on tour. I want to see him so bad. I think he's like one of my favorites, probably of all time, and definitely one of my favorites right now. Him and his band are so talented, and it makes me so angry. I want to be that talented. They're insane. They're so good. I would love to see Wolfpack too. Wolfpack is like out of this world. That live video of them at Madison Square Garden is insane. Oh yeah, it really does. It changes how you listen to him entirely. I remember I didn't even like metal. I didn't like metal. Like I liked guitar like Iron Maiden, but and like Ozzy, but I never listened to like deathcore and stuff. And then I went to one of the shows and I was like, man, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. I gotta listen to more of this. Have a good night. I think I'm gonna wrap it up in like 5 minutes. A few more questions, and then I'm gonna head out. You play along to this. Oh yeah, we'll definitely teach this song at some point. Probably pretty soon. Pretty soon. Getting around to it. Reaching harder chords. I think with that, I think I touched on that before once or twice, but that's a good question. Your hand is not naturally meant to do guitar. Like it's not used to doing this, right? Like, I mean, I can stretch from about the 1st to the 7th fret about now. Not that I would ever do that, obviously, but your hand's not used to doing that, and so when you first start playing guitar, it starts to hurt when you get to about here. But the more you play, and don't like strain your hand. You don't want to sit there and force through the pain. But you want to play, and eventually your hand will start to get more comfortable with stretching out. And it will, the harder chords become much easier. And it really is just a matter of your hand starting to stretch out and being more comfortable with it. Also, another thing that a lot of people don't know is your thumb placement on the back of the fretboard is huge for making chords. Some chords, you want your thumb, like if you're comfortable, you want your thumb to be like this, right? But if you're forming a chord that needs your fingers to be very arched, the best thing for your thumb to do is go right underneath your fingers like this. Because that will allow you, try to stretch your thumb out on the fretboard and then try to make any chord. It's impossible. Like you can't make chords when your thumb is like this. So bring your thumb in, and then you can start to arch your fingers up. So I play like this more. My thumb's forward. When your thumb's back, it makes it way harder to make chords and things. That's one thing I could definitely suggest you doing. First, I mean, we have that chord in that song I just taught you in Desert Queen. If you slide your thumb forward, it makes it easier to arch your fingers and play. Oh yeah, also yeah, well, like Katie's saying, where your guitar is, well, blurry. Where your guitar is in regards to your body also helps. Like if you're playing guitar like this, obviously chords are going to be harder to form. If you bring the fretboard in closer, your hand relaxes. You can play them like this. That's definitely good advice. I have my thumb all over the place. I play with my thumb on top like this. It moves around, but I have it loose. My thumb's loose. I'm not gripping the neck. It's loose, so when I need to move it, I can move it. I'm trying to show you like this. Like if I'm soloing, it's about here. If I'm soloing, it's a little more stretched out, like this. If I'm forming a chord, I'll slide up like this, and then I'll go back to riffing, and then I'll slide up for a chord. It's just you want to keep it loose. You don't want to be gripping. You don't want your muscles tense. You want your muscles to be relaxed and able to move freely and flow very well. The more tense your hand is, the worse you'll play. And that is facts. Yeah, violin is extremely strict about that kind of stuff. But that, yeah, I'm sure you know from violin. But yeah, keeping it relaxed is much, much better than really forcing it. All right, let's see. All right, we'll do like 3 more questions, and then I'll hop off. I would love to play violin. I think it'd be really cool to learn. Ooh. Yeah, vibrato, you just want to just practice. All right. Do we have any last minute questions before I hop off? Any other guitar questions? It can be about anything. Without killing the sound. It's really about control of your fingers. You want to push. You don't want to push too hard, but you want to pluck. And all you're doing is moving it up and down. I think on acoustic it's probably a little bit harder to get the what's the word? I'm blanking on the word, but it's harder to make the notes stay there longer. I'm blanking on the word, but yeah, you just want to just go up and down. You can get fast vibrato for some like emotional blues stuff, like. Or yeah, you don't want to pick extremely hard. It's really just controlling exactly what Val said. It's really controlling about your fretting hand. You don't need to pick extremely hard. You want to pick firmly, or however you like to make. Because you can, if you want to play soft, if you want to play, you don't want to play hard all the time. Or like you don't want to always pick super hard, but it really is just about the fretting hand. We might have Dougie on here in a little bit. I definitely want to play NHL with him at some point. I'm sure I'll play games at some point. I think we're just kind of like wrapping our head around the streaming aspect, doing it 3 nights a week and like getting it under control, because there's a lot of stuff going on the back end. So it really comes down to like how much work we can get comfortable with and then add another day and then get comfortable and then, you know, do that kind of stuff. Tremolo picking. Have a lovely weekend. You too. Die first in a zombie apocalypse? I'm clumsy. I might be going first. I don't know. It's hard to say. I feel like we would do pretty well in a zombie apocalypse. Tremolo picking. Tremolo picking is something that you just want to practice. I mean, they say practice with a metronome. I never really did that. But it's something you definitely want to... I would suggest practicing with a metronome. And it really is down to just having a click. Very hard to do. And making sure each of those notes is very even. Pick up speed. And yeah, you want to practice the metronome and you want to get good at all the strings, because it's definitely easier to tremolo pick the thicker ones than it is the higher ones. But it's all about getting an even sound with each of them. You don't want it to be like... You want it to be... And that's really just muscle memory and just practicing that over and over again. Pepperoni, Red Baron pizza with red hot sauce all over it. But yeah, the tremolo picking thing, it really is just about getting even picks each time. And then another thing you could do as a drill, I think helped me, was going between the strings like this. Hit it 4 times on each string. And then just go up and down. You can go as slow as you want. You can go. And just practice switching. But you definitely want to practice tremolo picking on one string. But you also want to practice tremolo picking between strings like this. Also, have a good night, and you want to tremolo pick between, you want to skip strings, so come up with different drills that you can use a scale and come up with different drills. I learned one that was like, or and that's kind of like a hybrid pick thing that I learned. But yeah, it's just about just repetition and try different strings and try switching the strings and but always keep the same even rhythmic pattern. Have a good night, Emily. All right, I'll answer one more question and then I will head out. Another thing you can, before anyone asks a question, another thing you can practice with that tremolo picking is stopping your tremolo picking to pick one note. So you could go. This is a droid. It's a piggy bank that Katie got me. It's a little droid. Droid is actually a nickname I have from high school. Android. I would like to be the president for a day. See what that's all about. See how crazy that is, that life. Or some kind of like super famous actor. See what like their schedule is like. See what acting. I've always been fascinated with like film and stuff. And I think seeing like behind the scenes of a major production like Star Wars would be really cool. Flickr, check out reverb.com. Here, I'll type it in for you. It's like a buying and trading site for musicians and all kinds of gear. And you can definitely find a lot of people who don't like people who've had guitars sitting around their house that they haven't touched in years, selling them for like $100, and they're worth like $3,000. Definitely a cool site to check out. Compressor, yeah, always. I have a compressor within, when I play live, I have a compressor within the Kemper, but I also have a compressor pedal as well. Facebook Marketplace is, yeah, that's another good one. Do I like HGTV? I like some of the shows. Some of them are not my favorite. All right, I'm going to head out of here. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions about the songs, if you have any questions about what I taught, just tweet at me, message me. I'll probably get back to you. I'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to answer your questions. We have Shamrocks hockey this Sunday. Be sure to tune in, root on the guys as they take on whoever they're playing this weekend. Yeah, we'll be back next Friday with Shred Shack. As again, this lesson will be available on YouTube and also here on Twitch for you to always go back and watch it again and relearn it and slow it down at your own pace. Also, with TikTok, I'm going to start to post, like I posted the other day on our TikTok. It's basically the acoustic guitar progression of the Young song that we did last week. And I put that up there, so if you wanted to play along to it and practice the scale, practice soloing and improvising over our song, you can always just listen to that and play along to that. It's on there. Yeah, it's on there. So if you wanted to play along to one of the songs that we've learned in the last week, you can always check that out as well. I think that takes care of everything. I will see you all very soon. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy your week. And have a great night.